welcome back to this new video. In this new video, we are going to learn PlayStation Controller Animation. Let me, this is the animation we are going to learn in this video. Let me play this for you. In this video, we are going to make this animation, PlayStation 5 Controller. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. So now, let's go to our Blender, open your Blender, and then delete all the default objects. I hope you know how to delete these objects. So this is intermediate course, not a very beginner level. So I hope so you know not very much, but a little bit information you have already in your brain. What is Blender, how the Blender works, all about this. So now what we need to do to add a free model or asset of PlayStation 5 controller in our viewport. How can we do that? So we just have to go search a website on our Google. Go to your Google and then search for Sketchfab and go to the Sketchfab website. There are many other websites where you can go and search for free assets, but my personal favorite is Sketchfab. So go and search for Sketchfab website and go into this website and then search there PlayStation 5 DualSense. And after that, you will see there are different type of controller models. So I will suggest you to download this model. Click on this and then here it is. Now you can see this is model we are going to download. And then you have to scroll down a bit and here download 3D model will come up and you just have to click this and then you have to download this format GITF. My second personal favorite is GITF format after FVX. So I would like to suggest you download this format. Go to in this tab and download, and after that you just have to sorry and after that now you just have to download this GITF format, and after that I have already downloaded it, so you have to unzip your file. Once you downloaded this GITF format and then you have to unzip it, and we have to go back to our Blender file. And once you unzip that file, you just have to go and come here on this file tab and then go to this import and then come to this GITF format, click this and go to this download tab, and here it is, my PlayStation 5 DualSense GITF format. Click this and press import. Here it is, our model. So now what we need to do, just go select this and then move it on the Z axis a little bit and also rotate it on the Z axis so we can see it. And now what we have to do is simply add our camera, then set up our little lighting setup, and then set up background. And after that, the main and important part of this whole course is setting the animation keyframes. So let's see which is our first scene we have to make and then play. So now we have to make these scenes. Let me see it again. So now what we have to do is just add our camera, go to this add tab, and then let me add a camera to our scene. Now, if you click this, you are able to see from the camera, and then press N and then go to this viewport and then check this on, and now you are able to look from your camera like this. Let me set this, and yeah, like this. Now, what do we need to do? Go to this camera tab and then click this and press 70 on your keyboard, or I guess 80. Yeah, it is looking nice. And then go to this output properties and also make this 1080. Yeah, like this. Now let me uncheck this. You just have to press N on your keyboard. So before that, let me enable string keys. So any key I will press on my keyboard, you will see it here like this. And now let me go into this view tab and then uncheck this and then press N on my keyboard. Now you are able to see this is the look I am getting from my camera. So let me add a little light to see how is my object is looking like. So let me go to this add tab and then go into this light options, and then here you will find different type of light: point light, sunlight, spotlight, area light. In this video I am not going to tell you what is difference between these lights, what is different between in these lights. In other video, in other story, in other episode, I will tell you about these things. So now just you have to go to this add tab and then go into the light and then just add an area light. And then you just have to move it on the Z axis. How can you move any object in your viewport? You just have to go and press G and X number like X, Y, Z. If you want to move it on the X axis, then you just need to do is press G and X to move it on the X axis. And if you want to move it on the Z axis, you just need to do G and Z, press on your keyboard, and then it will be moving on the Z axis. If you forget the name of axis, then you are here able to see the color of the axis and names of it. So now let me rotate it on the X axis and press RX and 90 on your keyboard. And then let's flip it RZ 180. Yeah. Now you are able to see we added light, but still we are unable to see the materials of our object and the light. So what do we need to do here? We just have to go to this tab and then select this and go change this AV from into the cycles and then change this CPU to GPU compute. After that, we just need to go change this. But before that, if you have any graphic card in your laptop or in your PC, then it will be selected by GPU compute. And if you have any graphic card of NVIDIA or any type of, then you can go into this edit and then go into this preferences and then go into the system. If you have any graphic card, you will here see this is compatible with your device or not. Like HIP is not compatible with my laptop. So I don't have any compatible GPU that is good for the HIP. So, but I still can go with Optets. And if you have any graphic card of NVIDIA or any other that is compatible with Optets, then you can go with that. So I have a Quattro RTX 3000 of NVIDIA. So I can select this Optets option. So if you have any graphic card, then you should go with that because graphic card make your work much easier than CPU. But if you are in your early stages, then I will suggest you don't invest in your graphic card. You can still go with your CPU compute. So you will find a little more toughness in work, but I hope so. It will not bother you that much. Then after that, we just have to click this rendered view. And now you are able to see materials of our object and the lightning on our object. Now, how to make this animation, but yeah, how to make. But how to make this animation? Then you just have to go and let's see again what was our first scene was. Now, what do we need to do? It's just we edit our camera and then we have to set up our lighting. Then I am just select our light and then scale it and also move it on the y-axis. Not like this, but like this. Scale it also on the x-axis and then z-axis like this. And then go to this data, object data properties, and then it's 10,000 intensity, but I want intensity of it like 0 point something, 0.5 I guess. Yeah, but if I move it like this, closer, the more closer it will be, the more sharp light we will get on our object. So now what I want to do, move it on like this and then scale it and then move it on like this. Yeah, it's nice, but not that nice. Let me see from my camera view and then select this. It's nice, I guess. Let me decrease the intensity of it like this or 0 0.2 even. Yeah, it will be all right. Now, what I need to do, go to our camera and then press in on my keyboard and then go into this view and then check this to set my camera angle. Like this, I guess. And before that, go into this world properties and then make it black, complete black, and uncheck this for a while. Yeah, I hope so. It's looking nice. Then what do we need to do? Go to this, but before that, let me uncheck this. And now what do we need to do is just go to the 0 and press K on your keyboard, and then go to this option rotation, and then go to the 60 50 frames and select your camera, and then press G and H on your keyboard, and press shift on your keyboard also, and then go like this, and then press K on your keyboard, and again go with location. And now if you select this and play this, you will see the movement in camera, but after 50 frames there will be no movement. So you just have to go to this and in frames select this and make this 50 frames. So now we are able to have a movement with our camera from 0 to 50 frames, but still we need our light to move with our camera. Then we just go with this and select both frames, and then Control C on my keyboard to copy it, and then select our light. And with this we have to go to our 0 frames, and then press K on my keyboard and give it a location keyframe, and then press Control V on your keyboard to give it animation to a lighten. But yeah, it's a little bit far, so I just have to go to this frame and then press G and Y and move to this like this. Yeah, like this. And then also press G and H to move it slightly like this, and then press K and then go with this rotation. But also go to the 50 frames, then press G and Y like this, and then move it on the H little like this. Then also press K again and rotation. Now go to your camera, go to the frame 0 and uncheck this, and then play your animation. If you go into this, yeah, it's looking nice, but select your camera again and then go to this output property and then check this. Now you are able to see it's looking nice. I hope so. It's not that bad. Yeah. Now, congratulations, you have made your first scene of this animation. Now we will edit our lighting a little bit more, but for now it's looking nice to me. And after that, we are moving to our next scene that is going to be, and that is going to be this one. Our model is coming from bottom to top, and for that we have to check this first, and then we have to increase our in frames to 120 address, and then go to this frame to 51 and go to this camera tab to view from it, and then press N on your keyboard and then check this camera to view. And now I am going to, yeah, to center it. Yeah, to center it. Oh, I did a mistake with my model. Yeah, like this. Yeah, it's not centered, but yeah, it's looking centered. I hope so. Let me see, is it or is it not? It's centered. So now I am going to this modeling tab again, and then what I need to do, first go to this camera tab and then press K on my keyboard and press, but before that you need to make sure that you are on the 51 frame, then press K on your keyboard and go with the location. And yeah, from this 51 frames our next scene is started. So I need to go with this sketch fab model, select this, and what do I need to do? But let me check my this. What do I need to do? Select this and then press K on your keyboard to this location. No, press K on your keyboard and set this. Press K on your keyboard to this location frame, and then go to the 50. Press K on your keyboard, go with the location frame, and on the 51 frame, you just need to select this and press G and Z on your keyboard, move it down like this, and then you have to press K on your keyboard to press location frame again. So with this, the scene you have made already, it will not combine with this to our new scene, and also it will not mess with it. And now what do we need to do? Go and first keyframe on this, and the last keyframe will be on 100, and then select this model and then press Z and Z on your keyboard, and also rotate it on the x-axis a little bit like this, and then press T on your keyboard and then go with location and rotation. And now if you go to this frame 50 and then play this animation, you will be amazed by this. Yeah, but we need to and now we need to go to this frame 51, select this, and then we have to press R and X on our keyboard, move it like this, and press K again and go with location and rotation. And now you are able to see, look from it, it is doing a little bit rotation from like this. Yeah. Now what do we need to do? Just go to this, select this area light, and then double press on it, and then let me write it first. So it will give me a reminder that this area light is made for the first scene. And now I am going to add another area light. Just go to this add tab and then add a area light and press G and Z to move it on the Z axis. Press RX and 90 on your keyboard and then press select this and then press RZ and 180 on your keyboard to flip it like this. Then just move it like this. Yeah. Now we have to uncheck this first area light and then go to this rendered, and we also going to uncheck this option, and we are going to see how our scene is looking like. Yeah, it's looking nice, but it's too fast, so we just have to go to this, select this, and then select both our keyframes, select both select both our keyframes, and then go to the interpolation mode and then just go with this linear. And now we just have to go with this area, check this on, and like it's 10,000, I'm going to 5,000, and let's see how it's looking like. Let me rotate like this and move it on the Z axis and then move it on the Y axis like this, and make it 2.5, make it like 2.5 I guess. Yeah, and see from a view, it's not that nice, but with 3K or 4K, yeah, it's okay for me and it's looking nice. Move it on the axis a little bit and move it on the like this. Yeah, it's looking fine to me. And then go just play this animation. Yeah, it's not that bad, I hope so. We will edit our errors in the last of it, so we don't need to get upset with this. Now we have to go with our third scene. Now we have to go with our third scene. Now what we have to do, go and let's see what is our third scene. And the third scene is to rotate in our object, and then go to our blender and yeah, click this and we have to go to this 101 frames, and then we have to check this and press T on a keyboard and go with rotation and rotation frames. And we also have to increase this 120 to 150 frames, I guess. And then we have to go to this 50 frame, and then we have to press R and Z, press 180 on our, not 180, I guess we have to press R, Z, 360 on our keyboard, and also we have to press RH to slightly move it on the x-axis, sorry, rotate it on the x-axis, and then press K, and again we have to select rotation and rotation frame. Now we are able to see, yeah, I don't know why this is not moving, but there's a little thing I can do with this. Go to this 120 frame and then select this and go like again. Press R and Z on your keyboard to rotate it on the Z axis and press 180 degree. And press K on your keyboard and then click this rotation and let me see. Yeah, now it's moving like this. And then I have to go there to this 180 frame and let me delete this frame. And now go to the 150 frame and press RZ again to move it, and sorry, and then you have to go and again press R and Z and press minus 180 degree to move it like this, and also rotate it on the x-axis little bit like this, and press T again on your keyboard and just select this rotation and rotation. Now go to this 101 frame and then select this. Still it's making an issue. I didn't delete this frame, and now press RZ and press like this. RZ, go to this like this, press T on your keyboard to see it's, yeah, it's happening. So go to this R and press Z and then press minus and then go with 180 degree and then press K and then select this rotation and rotation, and then let me see. Yeah, why it's making an issue. Let me delete this again and then let me go R Z, press RZ minus 180, press rotation. Yeah, then it's, I'm not, I don't know why is this thing happening to me. Press RZ and go with like this and press K on your keyboard and see. Yeah, it's feel okay. Just move it like this, and it's on a little bit like this. Yeah, it's looking nice. Let me uncheck this. Yeah, it's okay. It's looking good. And let me play all the keyframes again. Go to this one and then play this. Let me select these three keyframes. Sorry, and then go to the interpolation mode and then just linear.